Today our session is going to focus on a hip mobility circuit designed to really work on, again, your hips, your groins, so that you can perform at your best this ski season. Annika is going to start with what's called a PVC Cossack squat. So she's just going to get a broomstick, a PVC pipe, you can even use your skis, and she's going to really widen her feet out, and she's simply going to perform a lateral squat to one side or the other. Now the key to this movement is she's going to allow this opposite side foot to come up, which allows the inside groin to be stretched a lot more in this movement, and she's just going to shift to the other side. And again, using the PVC pipe or the balance aid allows her to keep her chest tall, her torso tall, thus limiting the strain and demand on the lumbar spine and putting a lot more emphasis on that lower body. Our second movement is going to be a crab mobility series or a crab mobility exercise. So Annika is going to hop down and she's going to get in what we call our crab pose. And she's just going to pivot. She's going to pick one foot, her hips are to the sky, and she's going to pick one leg to start with, and she's going to simply take this knee to the inside, trying to touch the ground, and then pivot off of her big toe, coming to the outside, touching the ground. What this does, this forces the head of the femur to really rotate in that hip socket, getting a lot more range of movement, range of motion, and mobility. Our third movement is going to be our 90-90 hip series. So all Annika is going to do now is get in a 90-90 position. So she's going to put her legs at 90 degrees, back leg, and then her front leg at 90 degrees. She's got her hands out, trying to keep her torso tall for balance, and she's simply going to shift from one side of the foot to the other. And you notice this is a very difficult move, really forcing those hips and the tissues of your groin to really work through full range of motion. Our last exercise is going to be what's called a wall squat hold. So these two boxes right here you can see are to simulate a wall in your home. And all you do with this movement is simply get really close to the wall, put your feet as if you were squatting on the ground against the wall, and breathe and exhale as you're doing this movement. Now what this does, this really focuses on, again, our hips, our groin muscles, and really allows us to open up and get our body relaxed. And the key point too is that we really want to keep our lower back and our stomach braced into the ground so that we're getting the stretch through the full range of motion that we want. Now to make this stretch harder, all you have to do is take your backside and move it closer to the wall, and then you can put your hands inside of your knees and really try to push your knees out. So try this series, maybe next time you're going to do a warm-up before the hill or even after the hill, to see some really great improvements in your range of motion this winter.